Hi, this is Jill Jackson Sears. I'm bringing you the daily devotional for today, and we are going to be focusing on Paul's first letter to the church at Corinth, chapter 7. My theme for this devotional is to bloom where you are planted. Bloom where you are planted. Now, if we're looking at this chapter, when I say the word bloom, it really refers to what Paul is talking about in terms of us growing in holiness and in undivided devotion to Jesus. Where we are planted is what our life situation may be, whether you be married or single, widowed or divorced, no matter where you are in life. Paul's goal is for us to grow in holiness. In every circumstance, we can find a way to grow in our relationship with Christ. If we are married, we should encourage one another in the faith so that we are able to grow in holiness together. If we are single, we have the gift of undivided attention to really be able to focus on our relationship with the Lord and to celebrate that. And the same thing if we find ourselves widowed, to be able to seek out a relationship with Christ in a way that's very intentional so that we can constantly grow. Now you see that there is a sense of urgency here for Paul. He says in verse 29 that the time is short. For the church in that season, they really believed that Jesus was going to come again within that time period. And so as we continue through Paul's letters and through the New Testament, we're going to see how the church wrestles with this, because the church's timetable is not necessarily Jesus's timetable. It doesn't change the sense of urgency, though, for all of us today. We are to bloom where we are planted. And so the questions that I'd like for us to consider as we think about how we are growing in holiness is this: how are you growing in holiness during this very unusual season in our lives? What is distracting you from blooming in holiness in this season? And how can we encourage those around us, our family members, our friends, our spouses, our coworkers? How can we encourage them to bloom where they are planted? May God bless you in this day, and thank you for taking the time to read Scripture and to explore it together. Go in peace.